Hey, what's up guys? Since you've loved the baseline tactics video, today we have more tactics for you for success on the court. Let's get right into it. So about a month ago, we went into the first baseline tactics in the first video of the tactics series. Today, we will show you 4 more tactics and we will start right now with the 2-in-1 pattern.
Hey, what you need, yeah? Man, I got it, wow. What you say, hey? We about it, get the cream, yeah. Why you slacking? Why you talking all the top, boy, you playing? What you need, hey? Yeah, I got it, with the team, yeah. We about it, wow. Get the cream, yeah. Why you slacking?
Quick recap. For the people who haven't seen the first video, what is crucial about the baseline tactics is to know the separation of the court. So we separate the court in A, B, C, D. This is the A area for the right-handed player, the far forehand side. This is the B area for the right-handed player, the close forehand side. This is the C, close backhand. And out here is D. This is a very crucial terminology to know in order to separate the court and to know the placements and to make everything a bit easier and to don't just separate the court into the forehand and backhand side. So now let's get into the pattern, guys. So the first pattern that we're going to look at today is the 2-in-1 pattern. It's a very basic pattern, but it's a very effective one as well. You will play 2 balls cross court into one side and then you will open up the court by going down the line. This pattern relies a lot on your shot quality, especially when you're changing down the line. If you're changing down the line with your forehand into the opponent's backhand, it is crucial to have good topspin and good depth on the ball. And if you're changing directions into the forehand of the opponent, the same principles apply, but depending on the strength of your opponent's forehand, you also want to maybe work a little bit with the slice, with a short slice, because this stretches the opponent forward, or also with the backhand that maybe is not too deep, because a lot of players like to play running forehands and there a deep ball is actually preferable to a shorter one. So let's get into the pattern right now. The second pattern is the change of rhythm, the rhythm change. We want to take full advantage of all the shots and all the spins and the placements of the entire arsenal that we have with our game. And this is what the rhythm change is doing. You will play a topspin shot, a slice shot. You will work with different heights. You will leverage all of these components in order to find weaknesses in your opponent's game and to throw them off the rhythm. This is the pattern. So we're learning which buttons to push on the court in order to become better players. Another magical button is right below this video. It's the subscribe button that you have to push in order to become a better tennis player, in order to help this channel tremendously. So push the button right now and then back to pushing the right buttons on the court. The third pattern, we will call it Dropshot. It revolves all around playing a drop shot. This is a key tactic, especially on clay courts, but it can also be leveraged on hard courts. One of the true masters of this play was Roger Federer. So you put a lot of pressure on your opponent by playing aggressive, especially with your forehand, and you push the opponent back in the court. Then you have a short ball to attack, and you have 2 options now. You can attack normally, come to the net, or you can throw them off by starting like this on the forehand and then disguising it well and then playing a drop shot. What this does is it can give you an easy point because your opponent is not expecting the drop shot, especially on hard court. And it can also set you up later in the match for pulling your opponent closer to the baseline. What happens often is if you never use the drop shot, your opponent is able to stay very defensive deep behind the baseline. But if you play the drop shot, they will have in the back of their mind, okay, I have to kind of cover this, and this will lead them to come closer, which opens up more opportunities for you to attack with the forehand. So even if you miss the drop shot, you will put your opponent under tremendous pressure because they realize now that being far behind the line is not going to cut it and that they have to defend the drop shot as well. And this will lead to more points and throw off your opponent's game. And that's what we want with our tactics to maximize our potential. The fourth and final pattern is a very advanced one. We will call it setting a pattern and then breaking it. And that's exactly what it is. You will set up certain patterns in your game, preferably the ones that you've learned in this video and the last video. But then you will change the key components of those patterns, especially in deciding points. I'll give you an example. You're setting up the backhand cage throughout the match. A pattern we learned in the first video is where you go to the backhand side, and then finishing the point into the open corner. You will set this pattern a couple times in the match, and then later on, especially if you play against a smart opponent, they might pick up on it. And then you change the pattern by going to the backhand and then setting up the easy shot. And instead of going into the open corner, you go right behind them again into the backhand, and then they will have no idea what's going on. And this will make you better and force you to win more and beat better players. So let's get into this one.
Do not text to me. I'm trying to get it. Working to become the best of me. I'm doing my job. That includes whipping and keeping the recipes. I cannot stop. I gotta get it till legends are next to me. Till legends are next to me. Ay, please do not text to me. I'm trying to get it. Working to become the best of me. I'm doing my job. That includes whipping and keeping the recipes. I cannot stop. I gotta get it till legends are next to me. Till legends are next to me. Okay, 2x shirt, but I be in the gym. It's OT the trap, and I'm trying to go out with the Korean style, and we about to go in. Love myself, give me a and I promise that I'll have a story to tell. People who hate it, and now they say hello from the other side, like it was a Dell. I gotta stop. That's from the box there to the east side to the coast. I catch you every fade talking.
It's really important now that you try out all of the patterns in this baseline tactics video and also from the first video, and find out which ones are working with your strengths and which ones might not be working because of your current weaknesses. And regarding that, please feel free to comment in this video what you like to see next and also specifically which shots you're struggling with, and then we will work on that content in order to make you better. Guys, thanks for watching. Also make sure you subscribe to the channel, and as always, I see you in the next video.
I cannot stop. I gotta get it till legends are next to me. Till legends are next to me. Ay, please do not text to me. I'm trying to get it. Working to become the best of me. I'm doing my job. That includes whipping and keeping the recipes. I cannot stop. I gotta get it till legends are next to me. Till legends are next to me.